G'day, welcome to Great White Gaming, and today is the release date for Pokemon Sword and Shield Darkness Ablaze. So I'm going to be jumping into a booster box opening, so without further ado, let's get into it.
So we can see our sealed booster box here. You will certainly notice if you've seen any of the other booster box openings that the yellowy sort of cover on the front of it is a lot more colored than our usual plain white. And there goes my first camera. So I had absolutely shocking luck with cameras and recording and voice and everything for this box. I don't think that it could have done much worse, but you don't really get the opportunity to re-record these sorts of things. So of course I am doing the audio post hoc. I'm not able to quite so clearly articulate myself while frustrating myself getting through packs. But let's get into the pack opening. I have got my nice dragons background in the hope that we pull something good. So keep an eye out for those codes coming back in the digital pack opening a little later on. So we're starting off with a grass energy. And I'm just going to sort of do a bit of a split out of the cards so that I can more easily get into them later on. So Struggle Gloves, Combustion, Pupitar, Larvitar, Golett, Feebas, Purloin, Hippoptas, I can't say that one properly, Lunatone, Reverse Holo, and the Galarian Darmanitan. So I believe Galarian Darmanitan, that one is the new theme deck, so that should be pretty good. So I'm going to try and keep my reverse holos getting sort of separate. Our second pack, I am having just as much trouble as ever with trying to get into the foil. I would argue I may have even had more trouble with these Darkness Ablaze packs than I'd had with any packs for quite a while. I'm not sure why I was having so much trouble. If you've seen any of my other openings, you know that I'm not exactly a pro at opening cards. But alas, we have a Lightning Energy. We have our first supporter in Pierce, our first special energy in Powerful Colorless, Toxapex, Torchic, Starly, Skarmory, Pansage, Electrike, Vanillish, our reverse holo, and a Mimikyu is our rare. So far, we are yet to hit anything holographic, so I will see how long it takes us to hit a holographic card. So in terms of the layout, I'm going to be putting any holo rares to the right of the rest of that pile, and then all of our chase cards I will be displaying in the lower area there. So starting off with our fighting energy, we then have Simipour, Corvisquire, Lunatone, Bounsweet, Snubbull, Meltan, Bunnelby from Mad Party. So I am going to be focusing on the Mad Party cards as well. I am really keen to check out whether Mad Party is going to work well. A reverse holo Dracovic and a rare Dracozolt. So decent number of dragon Pokemon there. But yeah, I'm interested to get myself a playset of Mad Party and see whether it's actually going to work as an archetype. Even though it is easier to get Pokemon in the discard than it is to get them into the Lost Zone, I feel like I'm going to have preferred Lost March just based on the fact that you have almost unlimited potential. As we hit a Fire Energy, a Vanillish, a Clang, Gothorita, Dino, Jigglypuff, beautiful artwork there, Dunsparce, a Clink, a Marianne, a reverse holo Galarian Mr. Rime, which is also part of the Mad Party set. Very happy with that one. And our rare is a Thievul. So yeah, I mean, I would be hoping to get a decent number of Mad Partiers, considering that they are mostly common and uncommons, with Galarian Mr. Rime being the only rare from that set. So I might only get the one of him, but I would certainly hope to get a few more of the others. As we hit our Psychic, Dugtrio, they all look grumpy. Rare Fossil, Simisage, Ducklet, Carablast, Galarian Darumaka, Larvitar, Nickit, a reverse holo Birdkeeper. Birdkeeper is definitely one I'm keeping an eye out for, and a holographic Pincurchin. So not exactly the holographic cards that I'm looking for, but look, a holo's a holo, and I definitely am going to get some play out of Birdkeeper. I'm interested to try out a Birdkeeper deck, interested to put it into some decks that need a little bit of extra switching, as we get a Metal Energy, a Solrock, a Kabu, one of the supporters that I'm meh about in the set, Spinarak, Larvesta, Hippotas, Golett, Skitty, reverse holo Ducklet, and a rainbow rare Scizor V Max. Look at that thing. That is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to stick that into a sleeve to make sure that it is as protected as it can be. So for the first pull of the set, that's a pretty big first pull. So I was pretty excited for the box at that point, seeing a Rainbow Rare VMAX, Scizor being one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Scyther was definitely one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 1. Scizor, easily one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 2. So having that Rainbow Rare is just awesome for the collection. As we hit Water Energy, Ursang, Heat, Fire Energy, Simisear, Teddiursa, Rookidee, Torchic, Trapinch, Jigglypuff, Cufant, Reverse Holo, and a Melmetal as our rare. So one thing that I will be keen to check out is, despite the fact that this is being Darkness Ablaze, I don't know that there's been an over-representation of Darkness Pokemon in the packs that I've pulled so far. Certainly some of the best cards are Darkness Pokemon, but for the rest of the set, you know, it's not amazing. As we hit a Darkness Energy, we then get ourselves a Rose, a Vanillish, Poltegeist for our Mad Party, which is definitely a good pull, Galarian Darumaka, Sentret, Rowlet, Squirvet, Reverse Holo Spikemuth. So Spikemuth is definitely a stadium that I want to have a bit of a play with. Granbull doesn't get to be necessarily featured. But yeah, Spikemuth has a lot of potential. I know that Jirachi is going to take a little bit of a hit, but damaging Jirachis that go back, or decks that rely on sort of switching in, getting that damage from Spikemuth is going to be huge. So Grass Energy, Solrock, Steenie, Old PC. Look, if I ever see an old PC in play, I'm going to be so surprised. That thing looks terrible. Shelmet, Panpour, a Reverse Holo Galarian Mr. Mime, and a Dracovic holographic. It's a good looking card. Not exactly the best looking Pokemon, but it is definitely nice artwork on that one. So I'm feeling like there should be a half decent pull coming fairly shortly. I'm not sure exactly what the odds are on a 36 pack booster box, but I feel like you should be getting sort of somewhere between 6 and 10 pulls. If you get less than 6, that's a pretty awful box. If you get more than 10, that's a pretty good box. As we hit a Bounsweet, a Snubble, a Meltan, a Reverse Holographic Gothitelle, and another Mimikyu as our rare. I do like the look of the Center Scorch on the front. Obviously, the Charizard VMAX is the big chase card from a purchasing perspective, but you know, I'm not sold on him. As we hit Grass Energy, Flaffy, Carnivine, Big Parasol, Ducklet, Mareep, Paris, Gothita, Skarmory, a reverse holo Teddiursa, and a holographic Hooper. So I am pretty keen to play with that Hooper as well. I feel like it's going to be a really good addition for the Darkness decks. However, the previous Hooper, I can't remember whether it's from Cosmic Eclipse or which set it's from, but it has that Dark Admonition, whatever that attack is, for single colorless, is definitely going to be good when you see how many Pokemon with effects, especially for the mirror match against other, what's that thing called? The VMAX, the big one. Eternatus VMAX, the guy on the front, the guy that everyone wants. As we hit our reverse holo Pansage and a full art Kabu. I think Kabu? I don't know. Full art anyway. Look, it's a beautiful card. I actually really like that artwork. So we get that Kabu sleeved up and get on to the next pack. I know I sort of stopped myself mid-sentence, but I guess I also cut the sleeving of that Kabu out. So on to the next pack, no time like the present. So we are hitting with Fighting Energy, Dartrix, Staravia, Shiinotic, Passimian, Fletchling, Wimpod, Grimer, Clink, Klinklang, Reverse Holo, and a Swanna. Another one of those cards that will potentially fit into the Birdkeeper deck. I'd be interested to know in the comments, what decks are you looking forward to building from this set? So I think the big ones that people are focusing on are going to be Center Scorch VMAX and Eternatus VMAX, but I'm personally keen for a couple of the single prizes and some of the cool things we're going to be able to do with some old cards that get some new tricks. As we hit a Combuskin, Staravia, Shelmet, Panpour, Teddiursa, Rookidee, Torchic, Reverse Holo Parasect, and a holographic Suicune. Nice looking card there. I'm not sure that it's going to see any play, but it's one of those cards that looks nice in the binder. So we've got 4 packs left for this half of the box, and only 2 hits so far is, look, not incredible. We are on our way to a very average pack unless the second half is able to redeem ourselves a little bit. So we're starting with a Psychic Energy, a Gothorita, another Kabu, a Turbo Patch, definitely a card that's going to see a lot of play, Rowlet, Wishy-Washy, Cufant, Sinistea, do like that artwork, Feebas, Reverse Holo Lairon, and a Hydreigon. So Hydreigon's definitely going to be an interesting include in some Darkness decks. I think if you combine it with the Weavile GX, you definitely have massive potential for dark decks, but it's going to be interesting to see whether you can pull off a stage 3 and a stage 2 just to get all your energy flowing. Metal Energy, another Turbo Patch, back to back, pretty happy with that. Vibrovar, that was a terrible pronunciation. Pansage, Taurus, Diglett, Squirvit, a Reverse Holo Golisopod, definitely a card that I want to try out in a couple of decks, and a Holographic Copperaja. That is a nice looking elephant. I do like that. It does worry me though that that is technically a holo rare, and I would rather be getting holo rares in the form of Vs. We haven't gotten a single just plain V Pokemon in 16 packs so far. That's a pretty bad odds so far. It's pretty shocking actually. Water Energy, Corvisquire, Hiding Darkness Energy, definitely something I want to have a play around with. Sentret, Larvesta, Morlul, Toxel, Skitty, Reverse Holo Wimpod to go with my Reverse Holo Golisopod, and another Melmetal. So we are relying on the last pack of this half to redeem us from what has been a really poor half of a box. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like the Scizor V Max, but look, I would have liked at least another pull. So Simisage, Billowing Smoke, a card that again I don't expect to see very much play except for maybe in stall decks. Torchic, Aron, Rookidee, Reverse Holo Trapinch, and Eternatus V. Look, the packs have redeemed themselves. Eternatus V, regular artwork, that is a good looking card. Very happy with that. Let's chuck it into a sleeve right now and then make our way into the second half of the box. So those are the 3 MVPs of the set. And we are straight into the second half of the box. Or we will be once I can eventually make my way into the card pack. So, I am not good at commentary and it is quite a warm day. So we have got Fighting Energy, Simipour, Lunatone, Dartrix, Sentret, Rowlet, Squirvit, Spinarak, a Larvesta, a Reverse Holo Simipour, and a Grimmsnarl V Max. So we have hit back-to-back V and V Max, and the box is starting to redeem itself just a bit. That is a good-looking card. I'm not sure how much play Grimmsnarl V and Grimmsnarl V Max is going to see. I haven't really heard that much hype about it. I don't know that it's really going to be that good. I think from memory the damage cap is 270 and that's just not really enough anymore. You look at a card like Reshiram and Zekrom GX that everyone hyped up, but that 270 damage cap just isn't enough these days, especially on a 3-prizer. And that's crazy to say. It's crazy to say that 270 is not enough damage, but it's a big 2-shot, and you've got to put a lot of energy on it to make it work. So we get ourselves a reverse holo Serena. I do like that artwork, and we get ourselves a Greedent. There are cards like Greedent that I sometimes look at and I'm like, why did you make this a rare? Who is going to get to, the big pull from their pack and be like, yay, I got a Greedent. And maybe that Greedent's really good. Greedent squad, let me know in the comments if I have slighted you beyond belief and you are super offended that I would dare to speak ill of the Great Greedent. But in my opinion, it's just, look, give it an uncommon, absolutely. I feel like even a Rose, Rose is alright, but it's certainly better than freaking Greedent. But look, what do I know? Reverse holo Snubbull and another Klinklang. So the packs are certainly starting to run a little cooler again after that 2-in-a-row hit that we managed, but that's okay. I don't really deserve to be hitting more cards if I can't even open the packs efficiently. One of these days my hands will get trained well enough to be able to actually do this. So we've got a Metal Energy, another Big Parasol, another Shinotic, another Rose, then Diglett, Panpour, Spinarak, Bounsweet, Dunsparce, reverse holo Jigglypuff, and a Scizor V. So we managed to get the Scizor V and the Scizor V Max in the same set. Super happy with that. I really love the artwork. I probably prefer the artwork on that Scizor V over the Scizor V Max. This is something that I've said quite a few times, but regular arts, in my opinion, often look significantly better than their full art equivalent. Just the detail on that Scizor is just gorgeous. But hey, I'm certainly not complaining about getting a rainbow rare. As we hit another Hiding Energy, Toxapex, Dino, Passimian, another Bunnelby for my Mad Party, Vanillite, Gothita, reverse holo Wishy-Washy, and a Wigglytuff. So I am surprised, based on being over halfway through the box, that we haven't hit more Mad Partiers. I was ready for a party. I am, I'm just quietly a little bit disappointed. I've got a full art trainer, I've got a rainbow rare sitting in front of me, and it's commons and uncommons that I'm sad about missing out on. So maybe that just says something about me. It probably does. We've got another Hiding Darkness Energy. And the more of those I see, the more I want to build a really cool Darkness deck. So Cubchoo, Rowlet, Jigglypuff, a reverse holo Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. It's a nice looking card there. And the holographic Blaziken. That Blaziken is definitely going to be worth a look. The fact that it's hitting weakness on so many of the big cards in the meta right now. I mean, it's hitting weakness on Eternatus VMAX, it's hitting weakness on Pikarom, it's hitting weakness on Zacian. It's stage 2, it's 3 energy attack, but I mean, could be worth it, man. Could be worth it. We got ourselves a Pupitar, another Pokemon Breeders Nurturing, one of the cards that could make that stage 2 deck a little more viable. We've got a Snubbull, a Taurus, Rookidee, Galarian Mr. Mime, Electrike, reverse holo Staravia, and an Octavish. So we've got a pretty good representation from the fossil Pokemon, but we've really only seen one fossil card so far, like one of the fossil item cards at least. So yeah, it's interesting. So as we shuffle our way through that pack, so we're starting with a Lightning Energy, a Pupitar, another Pokemon Breeders Nurturing, Fletchinder, Sinistea, Carablast, Meltan, Marianne, Purloin, Reverse Holo Skitty, and a Volcarona. Volcarona. Don't copyright me. Apologies for my awful singing voice. Someone mentioned that I should try having a little bit more music in these. I am certainly working on being able to do that. So for now, you'll have to put up with my god-awful whistling into the microphone. So, tell you what, if I get 10 likes on this video, I will guarantee that there is music on every one of my videos that's posted from now on. With a Reverse Holo Ampharos, and we get ourselves a Muk. So it's been quite a while at this point since we hit on our last Pokemon V, and we've really, even at this point of the box, we've only hit 2 playable Pokemon V, and then 1 Pokemon V Max that we're able to play because we got the counterpart Pokemon V. As we hit Electric Energy, a Dedenne, a Mad Party Dedenne, welcome to the party. Corvisquire, Vanillite, Gothita, Nickit, Shelmet, Larvitar, Reverse Holo Marianne, and a Vanillux. Look, another big card that has potential, but I don't think it's going to see any play. I just can't see people actually playing Vanillux as I struggle my way through yet another pack. Surely we are getting close to needing to hit something decent now. And this was a pack that I found already had a bent card in it. So a little bit disappointing. It's in the middle, which tells me that it's probably not our rare card, which is nice. As we get a Cape of Toughness and a Powerful Energy. That Cape of Toughness, I think, is low-key going to be the card that really comes out and becomes the MVP of a couple of decks. And with our Reverse Holo Golett, and then our Salamence V. Now, Salamence V is one of the few V cards that I think looks better in its full art form. I'm not going to complain about that Salamence V though, that is still a gorgeous looking card. So the dragon background that I am using is certainly helping getting ourselves one of the Dragon V Pokemon, even though Dragon is no longer a type in the trading card game, or at least it won't be in like a year's time. In a year's time, we will have literally no Fairy and no Dragon Pokemon in Standard. That's crazy to think. Galarian, Mr. Mime, Electrike, Dino, Passimian, another Bunnelby, welcome to the party. Reverse Holo Pincurchin, and a Staraptor. Alright, so we have hit the 6 ultra rare point. So anything more than this means that we are no longer opening a terrible box. But to be honest, I'm not sure how lucky I'm going to get with opening these last couple of packs. So Psychic, a Ferret, a Team Yell Horn, an interesting item, I'm probably not going to see much play. Maybe in like evolving stall decks. Fletchling, a Galarian Mr. Mime, a reverse holo Lugia. That is a good looking card there. And our rare is that big ol' hippo. So I thought I would try and flick some luck into my hand, quickly flicking that pack over. It looks like I glitched it because I just flicked it so quickly. Title of my sex tape. Hitting with a Metal Energy, a Ferret, a Yell Horn, a Flaffy. Yeah, so same. Nope. So just checking, am I opening exactly the same pack? Mareep, Snubble, Taurus, Rookidee, Reverse Holo Clang, and a Mew V. And it is right when I pulled that the battery on my previous camera died, and so now we get to the summary of cards. So of the viable cards that I pulled, we've got Powerful, Colorless Energy, a Heat Energy, a playset of Hiding Dark, couple of Turbo Patches, couple of Cape of Toughness, a few Spikemuth and Glimwood Tangle. My Mad Partiers, I got 4 rows. I actually got 5 Pokemon Breeders Nurturing and the couple of Hooper. And like I said, super keen for my Mad Partiers. And then these were all of the Vs and V Maxes that I managed to get. So Mew V, Grimmsnarl, my set of Scizor V and V Max, then my big cards, the Salamence V and the Eternatus V. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a comment, like and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, have a nice life.